It's no secret that Lake Mead water levels are at an all-time historic low, and many of you who watch my channel have made comments recently about Lake Mead drying up and Vegas is going to run out of water. So in today's video, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth on how it all works and hopefully shed a little bit of insight into our current water situation and what it means for the future of Las Vegas. If you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome. My name is Lauren Stark. I'm a native Las Vegan and local realtor. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and click that subscribe button for all things Las Vegas real estate and lifestyle related. And now let's just jump right into it. Lake Mead has been all over the news lately for its rapidly decreasing water levels. And I think one of the largest misconceptions is that because Lake Mead is located in Las Vegas, that only Las Vegas is affected by the current drought situations. But that is not actually the case. 90% of our water comes from the Colorado River, which is shared with 6 other states. And those states include Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, California, and also goes to Native American land and parts of Mexico. So the aridification of the climate is not just a problem for Las Vegas, but actually the entire Southwest and all the states who draw their water from the Colorado River. In fact, out of all those states and territories that receive their water from the Colorado River, Southern Nevada takes the least amount of acre feet per water, as you can see by this chart here. These 7 states and parts of Mexico have what is called the Laws of the River, and this treaty was ratified in 1922 when the river was at its wettest 100 years ago. At the time that this agreement was negotiated, they further divided these states into the upper basin states and the lower basin states. In this video, I'm really talking about the lower basin states, which include Southern Nevada, Arizona, California, and parts of Mexico, as well as Native American land. 100 years ago, when this agreement was ratified, Nevada felt that 300,000 acre feet of water was more than sufficient to sustain its water. Well, fast forward to present day and things look much different as one of the fastest growing cities in the nation. To be honest, Las Vegas has done an amazing job of conservation efforts and prepared us for times like these, and is actually a model for what other lower basin states should be following to further conserve water and help with this drought that we've been experiencing for the past 20 years. Let's talk about some not so good news first. Last August, the federal government for the first time declared a water shortage in Lake Mead, which triggered reductions in water allocations to Arizona, Nevada, and parts of Mexico. Southern California was not part of the reduction in water allocation. Our 300,000 acre feet of water was reduced by 7 billion gallons a year to 279,000 acre feet of water. The other thing that happened, the water levels did get so low that it exposed the first intake straw out at Hoover Dam. However, that being said, let me talk about a few of the positive things that many of you may not be aware of and that the news stories won't tell you. Southern Nevada is very well prepared and very well aware that we are a desert, arid climate, and the climate just keeps getting hotter and drier. So they have prepared for times like these. In 2020, we completed a $1.3 billion drilling project. And what that project did was complete a third intake straw that allows access to water in Lake Mead, even if it can't pass through Hoover Dam. It built infrastructure between the third intake and the low lake level pump to ensure that Southern Nevada has access to water even in the worst drought scenarios. That's great news for residents of Southern Nevada. However, if Hoover Dam reaches its dead pool level of 895 feet, that means that it won't be able to release water downstream to our other southwest neighboring states, such as California, Arizona, and parts of Mexico. Here are some other positives and takeaways from life in the desert with our current water situation. Conservation efforts have been so successful that last year in 2021, we only used 242,000 acre feet of water. We actually, as a city, used less than our reduced allocation of water. 40% of our water that is used here in Southern Nevada is recycled. Showers, appliances, things like that. It is captured, treated, and all recycled. We also have a thing called return flow credits. So every gallon of water that is returned to the Colorado River through return flow credits allows Southern Nevada to take another gallon out, which stretches our water supply. As of 2020, the Southern Nevada Water Authority has stored nearly 2.2 million acre feet of water, which is more than 8 times of Nevada's 2020 consumptive use. Another thing that you may not have known is that Vegas has actually reduced its water consumption by 27 billion gallons of water since 2002, even though our population has grown by 800,000. We are really one of the most water efficient cities in the nation, if not the world. And that's because we have to be, right? We are in a desert climate and the climate is just getting hotter and drier. As of recently, Vegas is further undergoing more water conservation efforts whereby they are removing all non-functional grass. Non-functional grass is designed as grass for aesthetic purposes. So grass that is in roundabouts or medians is all being removed and replaced with desert scape. They are actually also doing this in certain HOA communities. For example, in the community that I live in, it is required that all the grass be removed because all the outdoor water evaporates and cannot be recycled. So what our community HOA has done is created a committee to replace and redesign that front entrance landscape to still make it look really pretty, yet be water efficient. Another interesting fact is that public and private swimming pools are not subject to conservation efforts. When a pool is managed efficiently, it actually uses less water than real grass does. Interestingly enough, the commissioner of the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation is a woman by the name of Camille Tutin, who is actually a Nevada native and an alumni of UNLV. And she is at the forefront of the issue with Colorado River. Because she grew up here in Las Vegas, I feel that she has a vested interest in really figuring out and negotiating what needs to be done for all the states to contribute their part for this drought that we have been experiencing. The biggest elephant in the room is, what is Southern California going to do to contribute to its water conservation efforts, as they have senior rights to the river from where Southern Nevada draws its water from. Remember that when Hoover Dam hits its dead pool level of 895 feet, if and when that happens, Hoover Dam will be unable to release water to Southern California, Arizona, and Mexico. So Southern California really needs to step up to the plate and figure out what they need to do in their state. The general manager of the Southern Nevada Water Authority says that we are far and away the best position to be able to deal with the water conservation efforts because we have been planning this for years. He also said, for having a reputation as a city of excess, we're actually one of the most water efficient cities in the world. Well, I hope you found this video informative and hopefully it shed a little bit more insight into everything Southern Nevada is doing to make sure that the residents here will have water now and in the future. For those of you who are wanting to relocate to a no state income tax state, but perhaps the water situation in Las Vegas just has you a little bit concerned, don't forget I also sell real estate in Florida where there is absolutely no water shortage and also another no state income tax state. I have another channel solely dedicated to Florida real estate. I will post the link in the description box below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye for now.